Hey Curvies, thanks for coming to LRGA Curves today. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell on your way in so you can get notified when I upload videos and so you can become part of the beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here on the YouTube streets. Thanks for stopping in for this discussion on Married to Medicine. Okay, so if you're watching Married to Medicine, the best show on Bravo, then you know that we've been following it over here and that Dr. Heavenly popped in last week for an interview. She'll be back after the reunion for some more behind the scenes tea, by the way. So make sure you have your bell rung. Anyway, there's been this whole kerfuffle about Med Gala Checkgate, okay? Wherein Phaedra Parks allegedly wrote a check that her ass could not cash, okay? So, what I mean by that is that Phaedra Parks wrote a check with her calligraphy on one date, but didn't write a check to make it cash until another date. And I'm going to show you the proof about that because everybody's mad at my girl, Dr. Heavenly, for some BS because they're not paying attention. Let's get the evidence board out. I wanted to start though with some money affirmations because you know here on Larger Curves, we're all about ask, believe, receive, about speaking your word and claiming it. So here are some money affirmations for y'all because we want to all be like Phaedra Parks, and that's nothing to me. We're not in the same tax bracket. Oh, I got that. I can write that in my sleep. Well, one way you can write that in your sleep is if you affirm that you can. So here are some money affirmations. Let's just take one from each one. I love money and money loves me. I don't chase, I attract. And money flows to me like water. Okay, I like those. So I hope some of those are useful for you. Let's get on to this. So, Married to Medicine remains the best show on Bravo, in my humble opinion, because of their ability to reconcile and come back together and keep it moving in a positive direction, which means forwards, not backwards. Anyway, I feel like Phaedra's been serving what she's looking like in this picture right here. Fabulous wigs and smirks. She doesn't add a lot of content with words and substance to the cast in any way to me. It's just like a lot of fabulosity, but there's no like depth. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of pre-rehearsed one-liners, but no depth. It's a lot of shade, targeted malicious shade in my opinion, but no depth. I feel like Phaedra's issue with the core five on this show is that she doesn't have anything over them. Like on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was a attorney, she was a this, she was a that, she was married, she had kids, she was you know what I mean? She was just like all of this. But over here, she's just one of the many because she's in a room full of black excellence already. I mean, true black excellence. Okay? It's not like smoke and mirrors black excellence. It's like true black excellence. So I feel like that might be her problem because she's all about presentation. And when I say that, it includes presenting checks that can't cash to foundations that she set the mark for. Okay? So remember that Phaedra said, "Oh, we can make $100,000 for Fakira for moms. No problem. You only want 25,000. We can make. I can make that in my sleep. We could get that. Da, 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 da. I know everybody. I know everybody." Remember, she was saying that we wanted it to be true. We really did want it to be true, especially for a foundation. But the reason I had to pull out my red thread is because I need to help us follow the dots. Dr. Heavenly did not lie. Phaedra is still a liar. So, Dr. Heavenly said that Phaedra did not put her money in that night. I want you guys to notice that this says June 8th, 2024 on this check. Look again, June 8th in her wonderful calligraphy that she wrote wedding invitations on to get her through college. She wrote that check on June 8th, 2024. Okay? And she was standing so proud, her back erect, while she was handing over a check that could not have possibly cashed on June even 9th, 2024, the next day. Um, because Phaedra's proof shows us that she didn't even give the $35,006.70 to make the check whole until July 7th, 2024. A month later, you guys. So that means that Dr. Heavenly didn't lie. The check that Phaedra wrote, the attorney Phaedra Parks wrote and presented to the foundation, A Cure for Moms, that night, could not cash for an entire month. So all Phaedra really did was prove that Dr. Heavenly still isn't a liar. And she said, what did she say? I'm over here in confessionals and da 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 da. Yeah, well, you might want to use the confession for what it's for, telling the truth. Okay? That's what you might want to use a confession for, is telling the truth. That's usually what the confessions are for. So you can lay down your stuff and get it off your chest, the truth, so it can set you free, Phaedra. Because this only proved Dr. Heavenly right. June 8th, July 7th. Yep, that's a month. So Dr. Heavenly remains the truth teller. Phaedra, for some reason, her Scorpio sister, is very mad at Dr. Heavenly. Now, I happened over on the YouTube streets. There's a psychic in the YouTube streets, and he was doing a reading on Married to Medicine ladies, specifically Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra. And in his reading, he asked the cards about this relationship between Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra. And we all know as boopies, like Dr. Heavenly loves all the ladies. She doesn't have any malice or animus towards any of the ladies. And she loves moving on. They get it in on TV, then they move it on, right? But for some reason, Phaedra has decided that Dr. Heavenly is her enemy. Okay, they went from two peas in a pod last season when Phaedra was dressing Dr. Heavenly for those events and everything. Remember? They were two peas in a pod when it was everybody against Quad. But now that Dr. Heavenly has chosen to remain friends with Quad, Phaedra is off of Dr. Heavenly. It's apparent. She don't hardly even look at her when she comes in rooms. She gives her the cold shoulder. She's been talking lots of malicious trash in her freaking confessionals. I mean, it's a lot of energy for, we haven't seen Dr. Heavenly do anything to Phaedra to warrant this type of treatment this season so far. This whole trying to auction her off for $4,000, that just happened 2 episodes ago. It's been 5 episodes before that Phaedra was giving Dr. Heavenly the cold shoulder, okay, and being team Contessa and team Sweet Tea. And I feel like she's those teams because she feels like she's over them in that group. In the core 5 group, she's not over anybody. That's Black excellence through and through. Okay. So Dr. Heavenly remains the truth teller. Phaedra proved it. This dude right here, red suit, okay, red hat rather, he wanted his money back too. We saw in this week's episode that he's said $4,000. They ran his card that night. He was sending emails and everything to everybody but Phaedra. Or he did send it to Phaedra too, and she was like, well, you need to go try to get your money back the other way. So the man for Cure for Moms could not cash the check for an entire month because of Phaedra's shenanigans, her smoke and mirrors, all about the presentation. As long as I'm front and center and everybody thinks I did this, then that's it. But the truth is that you did not do anything. Dr. Heavenly saved the day as always. Dr. Heavenly made sure it happened as always. And as far as the Med Gala, because she dropped the ball on the event planning, she dropped the ball on the auction, and she dropped the ball on being able to make sure that the man could cash the check before a whole month. You guys, they really needed that money. So, and it's not Dr. Jackie's fault. Well, it is kind of, because she chose Phaedra, a known liar, over Heavenly, who she knows to tell the truth. So I'm with Heavenly. Why did you choose Phaedra over me when you know firsthand that Dr. Heavenly delivers Even Dr. Jackie got caught up in the smoke and mirrors of Phaedra, you guys. So, how is that for Red Thread? I think we did it. Anyway, make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell on your way out, leave a comment down below. Did you follow the thread? Who do you think is the liar now? Who's the liar now? Not Dr. Heavenly. Anyway, you guys, leave it in the comments. Remember, there's enough to go around, so go get some. I'll see you in the next video.